I owe a lot. It's like, people don't have to give back because they don't owe. I'm not even paid up yet, so I'll continue to give.
Listen, if you're not, man, you're pretty close. I think I should start paying here at some point. Hey there, guys. I'm sure a lot of you have gotten yourselves familiar with this look, okay? Yes, this box that we're all using now to visit with friends and family, to take meetings, to do interviews. Basically, any form of communication these days is done just like this, and this is what life looks like now. But for most, working from home just simply is not an option. There are many of you who are bravely working on the front lines, doing essential work to keep this country safe and healthy. And for that, on behalf of myself and First Look, just want to say thank you. There's been a tremendous amount to process during this pandemic. So as we navigate through these dark times, I just want to shine a bright light on a few of the individuals and businesses that I've filmed with over the years who are opening back up and who are just now having to adapt to this new normal. So let's revisit with some old friends, sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and by all means, stay safe. I get to meet some pretty special people on First Look.
Group hug, guys.
But there's one person in particular that has made a lasting impression. Listen, Danny Trejo, the man, the myth, the machete.
Nobody knows machete.
So iconic is he that SNL's Pete Davidson even rapped about it.
Handlebar mustache and like Danny Trejo, as I got my own tacos. That's right, Trejo's Tacos.
And also, I got my own donut shop.
Last time I met up with Danny, he shared his passion for vintage cars.
I don't consider it a hobby. This is what I do.
But not before showing me his soft side. I was a little nervous meeting you, all right? And you come out
This is Penny Lane.
with a little poodle in your arms. And you could not have been a kinder human being. And it's just this kindness that the world needs right now.
Support your doctors and nurses.
Having donated over 1,000 meals from his Trejo's Tacos restaurants to frontline heroes,
Everybody helping everybody.
Danny sure is one of the angels of Los Angeles. Danny Trejo in real life is not necessarily the same guy you see on TV.
God bless you.
And tell me a little bit about the outreach you're doing with the community right now and with Trejo's Tacos.
There's 3 restaurants open for takeout and delivery. I got some people around the neighborhood that I deliver to because I keep saying elderly. What the hell am I talking about? Younger than me. Tomorrow we're passing out Pampers. And it's funny because we went from being shot callers in San Quentin to passing out Pampers.
Who would have thought? The man you may know for delivering corpses is spending his days delivering Pampers. And this isn't the first time that Danny has stepped up for his community.
Lady ran a red light, crashed into that little Explorer, flipped it over.
I mean, Danny, we've obviously seen the news story. You helping an overturned vehicle.
There was a baby inside and a grandma.
But not only that, I witnessed firsthand. We have cell phone video of you pulling over on the road, you getting out and just pushing a stranded motorist.
I immediately think of my daughter. I want somebody to help my son. Paying it forward, it's like I'm gonna get it back.
Everything good that has happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else. Everything.
You've got this incredible documentary coming out, Inmate Number 1.
This is about my journey, you know what I mean? Where I started, where I ended up. And that's the point that I always make when I go talk. Now, it doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you end up.
While Danny's life may have taken many different roads, he's always managed to travel them in style.
So within your collection, I mean, do you have a personal favorite?
The 65 Buick Riviera, I think, is probably one of the rarest.
We took the 65 Buick Riviera out Saturday because it was cruise night on Van Nuys Boulevard.
Oh, dude.
Got mobbed, Holmes.
So is that what you're rolling in these days? You're still cruising in the Rivy?
Well, you know what? In 1965, the feds arrested me in a 65 Buick Riviera.
How great is that, man? You're still cruising in the same car, but instead of committing crimes, man, you're doing amazing things for the community.
I owe a lot. It's like, people don't have to give back because they don't owe. I'm not even paid up yet, so I'll continue to give.
Listen, if you're not, man, you're pretty close. I think I should start paying here at some point. You've also now taken Trejo's Tacos and you've written your own cookbook.
Basically, it's kind of a walk through Los Angeles with food. I grew up in LA, man. I used to eat at little taco stands at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean? And the taste of Los Angeles is in this book. Our vegetarian cauliflower taco was #1 2 years ago in the LA Times.
There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
After speaking to you, after spending the day with you, hearing all the stories, everything that you've done, there's a reason why you're known in the community as Saint Trejo. And even though you've played plenty of villains, you honestly remain one of the nicest and most generous people I've ever met.
I love you.
God bless you all.
Hasta luego, mi amigo.
Órale.
I'm going to give you kind of a panoramic, and there's just nobody here. It's sad, and then you just kind of like, oh my gosh, it's like this every day. Are we ever going to get back to normal? But then sometimes you're like, I can't even imagine this park with people again.
With the human race still in various phases of lockdown, we're not the only species having to adapt to this new normal. So I decided to check in with an old friend, Dr. Jason Chatfield from Jungle Island in Miami, home to some of the world's most rare and exotic animals, to find out how they are coping without human interaction.
Jason, it's great to see you again, man.
It's great to see you, Johnny. It really is. I hope you're doing okay.
Does this shirt bring back any memories?
It brings back nothing but great memories, Johnny.
This one peed on me.
Good for him.
It still smells like lemur poop.
Perfect.
How has this pandemic affected Jungle Island?
We've been closed to the public, so, we are a publicly driven place. We love people to come. It's what we do here. The animals interact with people, so it's affected us, tremendously. The animals, they're used to people, and you can see it. We have a lot of birds, and when they stopped seeing the people, man, they went looking. They literally went looking for the people. They would hop off their perch. Where are the people? What's going on?
Today we're going to exercise Little Dude.
What is Little Dude?
A Little Dude is an African crested porcupine. He is actually the biggest type of porcupine.
Has Little Dude been getting his steps in? That's very
He's been
important.
getting his steps in for sure. Before it was like, sometimes he didn't want to go. That's why he got his name, the Diva. But now you show up to his enclosure with that lead. He almost puts his head right in and says, let's go, where we're going. He is ready to get out and walk around. So that's a very different behavior.
I mean, obviously the animals are still there, but what's it like for you to be walking around the park when it's empty of visitors?
You want to go on a virtual tour?
Lead the way, Doc.
Okay.
See all of this beautiful, beautiful area that we have, and there's just nobody here. And so desolate is a word that comes to mind. Empty, it's sad, and then you just kind of like, oh my gosh, it's like this every day. Are we ever going to get back to normal?
And it really is an entirely different experience. I mean, because when I was there, it was swarming. That's where I took pictures with the parrots.
It's always packed full of people. It's one of our best spots. Speaking of social distance, look at these guys. They got to be 20 feet apart there?
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. We have Mighty Mouse, which is this guy right here.
Okay.
We have IHOP in the back. And I'm going to see if I can walk up and give him a scratch. Nope. He's like, you're doing something, right?
He's like, this is weird.
This is part of the COVID, effect, right? The pandemic effect, because they're used to having people. And now they see me once or twice a day, and that's it.
Are the animals at Jungle Island, is there any risk of them contracting COVID-19?
There are some species of animals that are more at risk than others because of the similarities to our respiratory epithelium, and that's cats. Obviously, we heard about the cats at the Bronx. We heard about some domestic cats contracting a disease. The non-human primates are kind of thrown in there because they're so similar to us genetically. But the reality is, there's very little chance that we are going to transmit the disease to any of our animals.
Quick scratch on the goats. Come on, guys.
Quick scratch. Come here, guys. Come here. Get over here. Yeah, there you go. It's a little bit under the chin.
They can't tell you, but you can look at them and say, we really want, the kiddos to come in here and give us a brush, and you know how good it feels to get your hair brushed, right?
Oh yeah.
Goats absolutely love it. We do a little bit, but we just can't replicate, 100 little kids, youngsters brushing these guys.
What changes do you think are going to have to be made at the park to adjust to this new reality we're going to be living in?
So my best answer to that is I don't know. Obviously, we're not going to just open the floodgates and let everybody come back. It's going to have to be done in phases. We're going to have to do all the social distancing. It could very well be open to the public, but just come walk around and enjoy the scenery, right? And we're only going to let X amount of people in at a time. And who knows how long that's going to go on, just to sort of test the waters and see how that's going to work out. We absolutely are going to come back stronger, different, better than we ever have before.
An idea. Why don't you grow out a mullet and start calling yourself Jason Exotic?
How would I want to do that, man? He's
Why
pretty
not?
popular right now, for sure.
Dr. Jason, thank you for taking the time to bring me up to speed on what's going on with Jungle Island. I felt like the day that I spent there, I really did, grow attached to a lot of the animals there.
Yeah, no problem, John. Anytime, just give us a shout. We enjoyed having you, and I thank you for your concern.
This self-isolation has hit me really hard, and I could use a hug right now. Would you be willing to give me one?
Yes, I'd love to give you a hug.
Well, thank you. Social distancing has become the new norm during this time of quarantine. And with contact restrictions affecting so many businesses, I couldn't help but think of one of the services I know that relies solely on the benefits of human touch. So you are a professional cuddler.
Yes. The fact is, as humans, we all have the ability to touch and connect and heal with our touch.
Yeah.
We define it as platonic physical touch therapy.
Group hug. Group hug. So I decided to check in with my cuddle coach, Christina, to see if snuggling could survive in the land of 6 feet apart. Christina, I gotta start off by saying I love what you've done with the place.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, there's actually this bull photo, and if I put my head here, I have horns.
It's okay. I've been a devil since the day I was born. So for those who didn't see the episode, what's Cuddleist?
It's basically cuddling, professional cuddling, and it's the co-regulating of our nervous systems through touch and breath work and meditation and talk therapy. I mean, that's part of it too, to be honest. Let's do a little role playing where we're gonna practice saying no.
My hard no's are anywhere that I was covered with a diaper as a child.
My hard no's are anywhere where a bikini would be.
Got it. Let's talk cuddling. You always remember your first. Welcome in, dude. I think it was the first time that I've spooned, bear hugged, koala'd in a tree, and stargazed with another man.
That was so good.
It truly is an art form. And this art form has adapted to the new normal by going completely online.
So moving from the toes, you're gonna just touch the foot. Touch the rest of your foot. I found that it's actually incredibly effective to guide people through what I call like a body scan. We're going all the way up the legs and the stomach and the ribs and the chest, neck, head, all the way to our hair. So it's really a guided touch meditation for self-soothing.
So self-soothing then, in a way, replaces the touch of another human being?
Yeah, it does.
So we're gonna do a patting where we pat either arms, and you do it in this rhythm alternating. In fact, they use it to help children with autism to self-soothe in situations where they feel stressed, right?
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Thank you. And you're creating sensation in the brain that you're being touched by someone else.
Have you been noticing, a spike or an increase in clients or people who are saying that they're depressed or down because of lack of human interaction?
Yes.
There's something about the lockdown, I think, that whatever you were experiencing before is maybe like magnified tenfold. As we know, the pandemic has been like, high stress. And so now it's like, hey, let's ease back into our bodies. Let's trust the space we're in. Like it's a safe place.
This self-isolation has hit me really hard, and I could use a hug right now. Would you be willing to give me one?
Yes, I'd love to give you a hug. Okay, we're gonna hug ourselves in the way that we want to be hugged.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do this.
You don't have to do it that way though. Like, would it feel better to go like that?
Like down here?
Yeah, like do your shoulders hurt? Yeah, that's good. Hug yourself down there.
Or like one of these?
Yeah, that's great.
I could rub my own back. All right, that's great. I love it. I actually feel much better now.
Let's count in 4, hold 4, exhale 4.
Breathing is a reflection often of your feelings, right? So you're holding your breath, you have shallow breathing, all this stuff. You're not
Tuning in, right? You're not staying fully present. So if I'm guiding you right now, like we're going through it and I say, okay, let's touch our jaw, we're gonna take a deep breath at the same time. So, you know, we're gonna massage different parts of the face. We're gonna keep breathing and keep taking a deep breath. You start to notice like you might be holding your breath. I think that's probably the most common thing.
Yeah.
Especially in isolation. We do a lot of breath holding, right? We're not getting that release, that flow. Johnny, I kind of wanted to do one of my signature things with you before we sign off. It's a fingers in the ears and humming.
Whoa, okay, let's do it.
So you're gonna use your thumbs. We're gonna do a deep breath, and when we exhale, we're gonna hum.
Okay.
Ready? I feel complete. How are you? We did it.
Wow. I feel great. I'll tell you what. This is a great session, man. I got hugs, I got hummed. This is amazing.
Welcome back. Here we are at Tropical Bay of Rays right now with all of our rays.
You guys don't recognize me without my seashell bra on.
Why did the mermaid wear seashells?
I have no idea.
Because B shells were too small and D shells were too big.
That is good. It's the bearded mermaid. He's back.
Johnny, you might recall this nice view.
I do. Well, no, the view I had was actually from the outside, looking in. I had the mermaid's eye view. And what a view that was. With over 5,000 aquatic creatures.
So this is Mochi, our zebra shark.
Here she comes.
Now get it in her mouth. There she goes.
I fed a shark.
Sea Life Aquarium enables visitors to take a journey under the sea in landlocked Tempe, Arizona. With the governor of Arizona allowing the opening of non-essential businesses that are able to meet CDC guidelines, the sea creatures at Sea Life Aquarium are saying goodbye to homeschooling and dusting off their fins in preparation for reopening. Sea Life Aquarium is reopening tomorrow. How excited is everybody?
We are super excited to be reopening. It's definitely not something that was taken lightly. Sea Life Aquarium worked very closely with a lot of our local health authorities to make changes that have allowed us to reopen, thankfully, and give people that bright spot in a little bit of the darkness to be able to get away from it for a little while.
What safety measures is Sea Life Aquarium putting in place for the reopening?
So we've gone through and added a lot of different signage and markers and stuff like that to help our guests maintain social distancing.
As you're walking through the attraction, we have some nice little follow the fishies on the floor, which leads you over to kind of our viewing areas. We're asking one family group at a time.
I see Dory and Nemo. We found Nemo.
All of the social markings have been laid out, so you're not going to miss any of the exhibits. You're not going to miss out on any of the experience that you would have had pre the closure. It's just little markers for us to be able to help you keep safe. As you're walking through, if you have little ones with you that have touched some acrylic and stuff like that, you can come over, take a couple pumps, and be able to know that your hands are nice and sparkly clean, just like the exhibit.
It was a very happy day for all of us aquarists when we got the news that we were allowed to start getting back in the tanks and start diving again. Not only because we get to get in and clean that algae spot that's been bugging us for 3 months, it's really satisfying to be able to get back in the water and do our jobs fully.
I'd say it looks clean enough to eat off of, but that wouldn't be appropriate with the guidelines put in place right now.
We definitely have everything in a nice pristine condition so everybody can really enjoy our animals. If you look just in a second, you might get a Mochi sighting.
Mochi, there she is! Mochi!
I just heard the audio cue for our 2 green sea turtles, Ziva and Cora. It's their lunchtime.
So what's on the menu for them today?
So it looks like we got some red leaf going on, some bok choy, capelin, some shrimp, looks like some mahi.
These sea turtles eat better than I do.
They eat better than I do. I can tell you that.
Lunchtime! What a cutie.
They are. They're all very happy and healthy. Chomping at the bit to have those kids staring at them again.
Has this affected the animals in any way? Have you seen any change in their behavior?
We definitely do have some animals that you would consider more the charismatic animals, like a ray swimming up to the window and interacting. Mochi is definitely missing a little bit of that interaction of being able to show her good side to the window, and they are definitely missing the people.
What are you looking forward most to reopening?
I'm really excited to have the kids back. I miss, the little 5-year-old kid that was me. I miss being able to impart a little bit of my experience and my passion on that little kid, because we're landlocked. We're in the middle of a desert, so we have a huge population of people that don't get to travel, that don't get to go see the ocean in person. So these are important things to be able to have them have that physical hands-on experience of looking at a stingray or looking at a sea turtle that they would never have been able to see.
I just want to thank you for taking time to give me an update on what's going on with all my, little sea creature friends there.
We'll definitely be on the lookout for the bearded mermaid.
The legend of the bearded mermaid. As the world adjusts to this new reality, it leaves me to say thank you to all those who are working to create a sense of ordinary in what is truly an extraordinary time. So from all of us at First Look, stay safe, and I'll see you next week. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. For more, subscribe to First Look and come with me on all my adventures around the world. Who am I kidding? I'm probably sitting at home watching Netflix or playing Xbox. Either way, what are you waiting for? Just hit subscribe already.